Alrighty, happy Sunday, everybody. I'm NBC Connecticut meteorologist Anthony Carpino, just giving you guys a quick update on what you can expect for the upcoming work week. Well, we are going to be talking about some pretty chilly temperatures for us, even for December standards. So average temperature for this time of year, even for us here in southern New England, early December is roughly the lower to mid 40s. So about 43, 44 degrees is roughly our afternoon temperature, and mid 20s for the morning temperature. Not all that bad. However, tonight and going through Monday night into Tuesday morning, we could have temperatures in the teens, and then Tuesday morning especially, that's where we can end up seeing single-digit temperatures. You factor in some wind, it'll feel cooler than that. So we have a lot to talk about, and then maybe the chance for some rain, and then maybe even some snowflakes by the middle of the week as well. Of course, if you guys have any questions about the forecast, please make sure to put those in the comment section. I have all the streams pulled up in front of me here, so we'll be able to answer all of those questions for you guys. So let's jump into it, and we're going to get started about what you can expect. So let's take a look outside right now over downtown Hartford, where we still have relatively clear skies. And, we're actually going to clear out those skies even more as we go through tonight and by tomorrow. So we can expect the skies to start to clear up and our temperatures to cool down as we move through this evening. So here's a look at our headlines, what we can expect. So that cold blast is going to arrive for us as we head through Monday and tonight into Monday. Tuesday, especially Tuesday morning, the chance for some winter precipitation as we head through Wednesday. It's not going to be for everybody, though. I think you guys can take a good guess on who would end up seeing the snow in Connecticut, but cooler weather will return by the time we get to the end of the work week there. So I already can see some questions there. Gregory's asking, any plowable snow on the horizon? So we'll have the potential for some snow, especially for northwestern Connecticut as we head through the day on Wednesday, especially I think Wednesday morning. I don't think it's going to be enough, though, for any kind of plowable snow. There's also going to be another chance for either some rain or snow by Friday or Saturday next weekend. Again, that still looks to be on the lower side. So right now, not talking about any kind of plowable snow anytime soon. Unfortunately for all the plow truck drivers that are out there trying to do their job in the wintertime there. But as we move through the second half of the upcoming week, we are going to return to those December temperatures. Now, if you have friends or family in northern New England or western or upstate New York, today they actually saw some snowfall. But for us, nope. Just clouds for this afternoon. And it was actually a pretty decent day. The sun was able to stick around through roughly midday, and then the clouds started to take over. So as we move through tonight, you can already see in northwestern Connecticut, those clouds are already starting to clear out a little bit more. And as we head through tonight, I still think there's that chance maybe for an additional flurry. You could see how northwestern Connecticut kind of just barely got a few little flurries there, maybe a couple flurries earlier this evening. There's still a little bit of snow in western New York there, but we'll see how much can actually end up reaching us here in Connecticut. I'm not thinking really much at all, but I wouldn't be surprised if northwestern Connecticut ended up seeing maybe just a few little flurries later on tonight. But that's about it, and I think we'll be all set for the morning. It will just be on the colder side. So we'll get to the cold in just a sec. That front moves in tonight. That will help clear out the skies a little bit more, and that what ends up kind of opening the gates, if you will, for that cold blast of air. So there you go. You can see how that just moves right into New England as we head through the day tomorrow, dropping our temperatures tonight, continuing to stay cool tomorrow afternoon, and then also staying on the cooler side as we go through the day on Tuesday. So as far as what we can expect with that front moving through tonight, well, cooler temperatures, like I've been mentioning, but also that wind. This is the potential wind gusts, 4 a.m., for winds to be gusting over 20 miles per hour, 15 to 25 miles per hour for a good majority of us, and temperatures in the 20s. So that will, of course, make it feel much cooler than that. Fortunately, by Monday afternoon, as we get past the morning there, wind should actually go down a little bit, but still any kind of wind between 10 to 15 miles per hour will make it feel all that colder. So let's take a look at these feels like temperatures tonight by tomorrow morning. Whew, there you go. So 9 degrees is what it feels like in Hartford for the 8 a.m. commute, 2 degrees in Colebrook. And if the wind is especially strong in some of those higher elevation spots, flirting with 0 and maybe a few spots reading below 0, especially if that temperature can end up dropping just a little bit more there. So by the afternoon, we improve, but really not all that much. So staying cold for us for a good majority of Monday there. Now, we're also going to be cold, of course, as we go through Tuesday morning. Right now, we're forecasting a low temperature of about 5 degrees, which is only about 1 degree shy for the record. So if you're thinking, oh, this is just December weather for us, you know, we're used to it. Well, it is December, but again, our average December morning temperature, at least right now, is 26. So yeah, 5 degrees, well below that there. 4 degrees is the record that was set back in 1968. So it's a long-standing record. Will it fall if we can really calm those winds down? I think we're going to have clear skies waking up on Tuesday morning, but I think winds are going to be key. If we can get rid of the wind altogether, the ground is going to be able to cool pretty efficiently, and that's how we could really cool down. But if there's just a little bit of wind, that can help kind of stir the air up a little bit more, and that usually keeps us a little bit warmer. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. Either way you slice it, it's going to be cold. That's for sure. Now, another system will be moving in behind that cold air. It's actually going to move in pretty quickly. So fortunately, we're not expecting that cold air to really last all that long for us. So that's good news, but we'll talk about that potential maybe for some snowflakes Tuesday night and then into early portions of Wednesday. I think this is going to be very quick, a dusting at the very most. We're not expecting much in the way of impacts for us here in Connecticut. Northwestern Connecticut does have that potential to add things up just a little bit more. I think the potential there will continue through the early afternoon for Wednesday, but then everyone warms up. We're actually going to have a nice southerly breeze on Wednesday. That will increase our temperatures. The shoreline outside chance of reaching 50, and then the interior of Connecticut, so places like Hartford, even in northwestern Connecticut, as well as in eastern areas of Connecticut, also having that potential for some pretty warm conditions. So I don't think the snow lasts all day for northwestern Connecticut. I think we'll all end up seeing that changeover as we move through the afternoon on Wednesday. So by the time you factor in that rain, I don't really think there's going to be much, if anything at all, left over from whatever snow we see either Tuesday night or early Wednesday morning. So just kind of keep that in mind. I don't think it's going to cause that many in the way of impacts right now, but something that we're just going to kind of keep an eye on for us as we go through the next couple of days for us. I did see a comment on here. Again, can you check the Rochester area? So yeah, let me see if I can zoom that out. I know you guys are also going to be staying pretty chilly as we go through the upcoming week here. I don't have, as far as the weather graphics go, I don't have any specific numbers just to show you on here, but what I can say is you guys should also be preparing for some pretty chilly temperatures going through the next couple of days, and then also that potential for some snow showers as well. Tuesday afternoon and then through portions of early Wednesday. You guys are going to be a little bit cooler. So again, I haven't looked specifically at your area, but maybe that potential for some snow showers as well for Tuesday going in through sections of Wednesday there. So we'll keep an eye on that as we head through the next few days. I want to show you guys what you can expect again here, at least in Connecticut, as we move through not only for Tuesday, Wednesday, but the rest of the 10-day forecast. So here's what you can expect. So Monday and Tuesday, let me go back there. Monday and Tuesday, you can see those temperatures 27 to 30 for the afternoons and teens to single digits for the actual temperature. Of course, it's going to be warmer than that. It's going to be cooler than that rather. And then we'll see that chance for some mixed precipitation portions of Wednesday and then rain by Wednesday afternoon. Drier Thursday, Friday, and then maybe the other chance for a few snow showers by Saturday going into next weekend. And then we're back to those cooler temperatures, 20s returning by next Sunday and then the following week as well. A look at that shoreline forecast along the Connecticut shoreline. Well, temperatures there, 30s between Monday and Tuesday. Morning temperature still pretty chilly, 20s and teens, and then maybe even single digits on Tuesday morning, depending on how strong we have of a wind. But I'm thinking, again, much of that wind, really not going to be much left over to it there. 40s and maybe close to 50 for the shoreline on Wednesday. A few showers there as well. And then we'll keep an eye on Saturday, even for the shoreline, that potential for a few on and off showers there, not out of the question. There. So we'll keep a close eye on the upcoming next weekend. Of course, we're going to keep an eye on those pretty chilly temperatures as we move through portions of tonight, Monday night, and then throughout portions of Tuesday. So a lot to keep an eye on over the next few days. And then, of course, maybe some winter weather as we head through both Tuesday night and then throughout portions of Wednesday. I really think it's going to be mainly in those cooler spots in northwestern Connecticut, though. If you're trying to hope for some snow, most of Connecticut at this point is looking to stay mainly rain on Wednesday. So I think those temperatures are expected to warm up just a little bit more. But I know that we will have more live updates coming up tonight at 11 o'clock or after Sunday Night Football on NBC Connecticut. So we'll have another full update on your local forecast. Until then, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Thanks so much for all of the questions, too. Really appreciate that. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks so much for watching, guys.